welcome to TheoTrade. This is Don Kaufman. January 25th, 2021. Absolutely wild day inside of the marketplace. Let's get to work in this evening's video because people, we may have seen a blow off top. Let's start our breakdown of the marketplace here. About 30 minutes left of the trading day inside of the Nasdaq, which actually cleared into the, 13,500 and basically 55 with then a wicked drop. You know, if you just turned on the screen, towards the end of the day, the indices look massively unchanged. You missed a lot of the price action inside of today's trade. I'm also going to elaborate upon not only the idea of a blow off top, but we're going to talk in detail about some of the products, well, like GameStop. I was mentioning that, of course, in the weekend update, but I'm going to kind of foreshadow for a moment. This is not just retail anymore. People, the professionals are in on it. I'm going to show you here momentarily. All right, so some of the price action in the marketplace has us questioning if this is a blow off top. Wicked move to the upside. And again, it doesn't look like much, but when I say wicked move to the upside, this opening range, it's just, you just don't even notice it with the wicked down move. But again, just in the opening range, we were trading, roughly what? 13,490, shot through the roof towards the cash open. There was breaking news, and this actually had to do with one of the relief bills being pushed back in time. Nevertheless, if you look at some of the 1 minute candles here in the Nasdaq, and let's get really specific and kind of zoom in. Yeah, we're all the way down to 1 day, 1 minute. These are trades, okay? And trades that are what? 75, 80 handles per minute, people, inside of the Nasdaq. It just became an outright bidless beast. And as I was saying, this move to the upside, again, it just pales in comparison to the wicked move to the downside, only to see a degree of a rebound. So everybody immediately sums up, that was nothing. They bought the dip once again. The Nasdaq is back. It's bid. Let me show you, though, a few aspects of this marketplace that are really resonating with me. Again, you have the S&Ps largely unchanged here. With, again, about 25 minutes left of the trading session. The volume, though, it got there today. I mean, right now we're doing over 1.5 million contracts, but again, that volume, it's all about hedging activity, and I want you to see it. Again, the day is not over yet, but that volume is a real standout today. So again, one of the signs of some huge hedging activity is volume, not necessarily discerning per se a blow off top. One of the aspects, though, as I was saying, that really sticks with me, the volatility. And if you take a look, volatility futures elevated. All right. When was the last time you looked at a marketplace and saw the S&Ps relatively flat, the Nasdaq actually up in the trading session? Now, granted, I see the Dow is down 0.5%. I can see the Russell is off, but nominally, the volatility is bid through and through in this marketplace. And what that means, the volatility futures, they're bid up. The VIX, it's bid up. And again, this is it's a real move inside of the VIX. I mean, the VIX actually spiked 26 half level. Down to the bottom of my screen, though, the VVIX still flying. I mean, the VVIX is the 120. It's never land out there. The longer-term VIX, which is like a 3-month VIX, it's bid. The 9-day VIX, it's bid. All the volatility products are bid through and through, displaying risk. The bonds rallied substantially today. A 0.3 ticks, all right? You can't dismiss that. When you start looking down the list of usual suspects, the dollar, it rallied today. Well, maybe off the highs, but again, when you start talking about, risk on, risk off products, most of the products that display like, okay, risk is coming in the marketplace and risk is here, they're actually lighting up right now. And therein lies an issue. The other aspect that I discussed, of course, in the weekend update was right here inside of the financials. And we clearly stated, if the financials continue to see some sell-side activity, all right, today they're down 0.7, 0.8%. We're not exactly home yet, but any continued sell-side activity inside of the financials is going to undo. Doesn't matter if you have that wicked bid under Apple or Microsoft and or Amazon. Of course, Amazon actually, after a wild up day, reversed completely on the trading session. So it won't matter, okay, if the monsters of tech continue to bid higher. The financials, all right, in combination, of course, with the energy sector, are literally starting to weigh down the S&Ps. So as I was saying, like, it doesn't look like that much right now, but again, S&Ps are flat after some wicked price action inside of the marketplace. As I said again, volatility is bid through and through. Now, let me get to detail into some aspects where I think you have to understand, all right, that it's not just retail anymore. The talk of the trading town, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give you a very slightly different, I should say, take on this. And GameStop. And again, I was talking about this a little bit in the weekend update when I talk about like a blow off top. Well, here we traded 160, we're trading 80 right now, so yada yada yada. The stock got cut in half. All right, we're not likely to see 160 possibly anytime in the near future. But the one thing that I wanted to make very apparent here, and as I said, I'm going to give you what I believe to be a very different take than most people are looking at, specifically inside of GameStop. I'm going to tell you right now, as a retail trader, you have severe disadvantages in a marketplace like this. I'm going to leave it at that right now. Okay, the option volume here is nothing less than phenomenal. But I want to quantify and qualify a statement over here that it's not just retail anymore, that the professionals are not only in this marketplace, but, well, they're gaming underlyings like GameStop. Look no further than XRT. So the XRT is an ETF. Now, this particular ETF happens to incorporate GameStop. So GameStop is actually in the ETF. It's actually a retail ETF. But I want you to look at some of the intraday price action on here. People, it's down to the minute. Okay, so what you actually have is all the professionals and all the algorithms are pointing towards XRT. And it's not just trading like the shares. Take a look under option statistics. It too, like in terms of option statistics, they're all over the call sizzle, the put sizzle. Okay, the calls are sizzling at 7.4 times. That means it's trading about 7 times. Okay, the number of options versus the previous 5 trading days. The overall sizzle index is almost 6 times the options. All right, so they're inside of what? The XRT. It's not just there. Anything that was in, okay, anything that was in like retail that got tied in some way, shape, or form to that particular ETF. Okay, so if GameStop was in any of the other major ETFs, those stocks were also influenced. Right? What does that look like? You know, so we talked about GameStop, we talked about the XRT. Yeah, let's go off the beaten path. How does that compare to like Nordstrom's? Yeah, okay, so let's look at Nordstrom's. All right, the option volume is literally what, 3.4 times the norm. Take a look at the price action. It's identical, people. It's identical. Take a look at another one. Bed Bath & Beyond. It's identical. You think this is a little bit suspect? Of course it is, right? The algorithms are now picking up on what the retail traders are doing. And instead of sitting back and allowing retail trade to dictate, they're dictating now. And you got to realize, again, huge disadvantages in a marketplace like this. Look at Bed Bath & Beyond, all right? The number of options trading in what is almost to be thought of as a defunct company is 335,000 option contracts over here. And there's a number of other products. But this, okay, this spells trouble for the marketplace. And again, when we look at the idea, if you will, of that kind of quintessential blow off top, yeah, I think it looks something like this where, again, Bed Bath & Beyond, for the most part, closed on Friday, somewhere in the 30 handle, shot almost to 50 and completely reversed on the trading session. That, people, does not make me feel warm and fuzzy as a retail client, because what you have to gather and what you have to recognize about the professional trade is, okay, direction does not matter to them. No way, shape, or form. They're not in there to make money to the upside, to make money to the downside. All they're basically doing is jumping in trades in front of you, okay? You have to understand, on an intraday basis, all right, you're the slowest animal pretty much in that pool. And if you don't realize that, right, well, you probably did by the end of today's trading session. So down the list, as I was saying, a little bit of the usual suspects. One of the things that actually kept the Nasdaq bid today, an unlikely suspect. Yeah, sure, you can talk about Apple. Tesla came back to life. And again, coming back into some more pertinent underlyings, Tesla, earnings are coming out. Apple, earnings are coming out. And I'm going to tell you right now, right, the next time that we talk, these earnings are probably already going to be out, which the next video that I'll do is probably Wednesday evening. The earnings of these products will already be out. And again, they have to absolutely, unequivocally blow their numbers, okay, away in this marketplace to sustain these price levels. You know, you start looking around this marketplace. There's nobody that's going to make a fundamental argument for something like Apple, right? I mean, it's difficult, but it's still Apple, but all-time highs and what everything is going on right now. You know, there's no easy fundamental argument. I'm actually going to go back to JW Nordstrom's. There's no fundamental argument. This isn't a recovery per se, people. This is people pushing a product higher. And I'm going to tell you right now, products like JW Nordstrom's, products like Bed Bath & Beyond, like GameStop, okay? This is going to be, it's on in here. There are going to be some incredible shots that we can take to the downside in these products, looking for them to eventually cave from what, again, looks to be a degree of a blow-off top. Obviously, again, keep eyes on some major earnings. As I said, you don't just have to beat your numbers. You're going to have to absolutely crush your numbers to sustain these levels. The next thing, remember, volatility is bid. So you may see the S&Ps, well, maybe they even rally a little bit into today's close. It doesn't matter. You got to question, why is volatility bid right now? Okay? Tuck your risk in tight. Whatever you happen to have on, you better be intimately comfortable with those positions, because right now, listen, today, everything changed. The market, it got real. There is risk out there in this marketplace. It was displayed today. You better know it as a trader. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here at TheoTrade. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.